Hello and welcome to WMS Sounds. This is Siddharth and that's Anirudh. and today we're going to be talking about computer trends, gaming related stuff. Yeah. Okay, so Anirudh, come on. You're a student. You're looking for a laptop / PC. What do you want to go for nowadays?
Anything that has over 8 gigs, like 16 gigs of RAM, respectable graphics card.
What do you mean by respectable?
Minimum 2 gigs.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
And like respectable processor.
What is respectable processor?
About 2.5 gigahertz. And a quad core, minimum quad core.
Yeah.
So that's respectable.
Yeah.
Not below 8th gen Intel, like around that range. So that's.
What about Ryzen, AMD?
Yeah, Ryzen's also like if it's like less, like older than 2 years, then I would. Like if I'm right, the first Ryzen came out in 2017. I don't think that I'm gonna buy that, and I don't think it has laptop. Like any laptop runs on that first. I don't think first gen Ryzen doesn't have a laptop.
Okay. Anyway, like in buying a processor that's like over 2 years old is not recommended at all. So, in my case, I would want something with a proper graphics card, and the problem is that with Indian currency, anything under 1 lakh rupees, anything under 1 lakh rupees will have and above like 60,000 rupees. You may have to convert that. Okay. It's
1 lakh is like a little lesser than 1500 USD. 60,000 is a little. No, it's actually 800 USD. Like almost same.
Yeah. Anything between that price range will have a GTX 1650 Ti or 1650. 4 gigs max. That's all you can get. You can't get like RTX. You can get an RTX for 99,990 rupees.
That's exactly 1 lakh.
Yeah,
almost.
Yeah. The thing is, that PC has old Intel processors, like Core i7 8th gen if I'm correct, and only 8 gigs of RAM.
Oh.
So you can't get that. So
8 gigs is, yeah.
Yeah, there's 6 gigs of VRAM, but like.
Is it expandable? Like.
Probably. Like, anything during that price range is, and like what I want like nowadays or like apparently now is a 10th gen i7.
Okay, and you've said that
I
only
have.
like one laptop has 10th gen i7.
Yeah, like recently, and that's the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3i. And the thing is, again, as I said earlier, it only has a 1650, 4 gigs of VRAM. And the reason I'm telling I want an i7 is because I do a bit of content creation, like video editing, audio editing, Photoshop, stuff like that. You need more cores for that. Your PC is gonna like suck like hell unless you have like above 4 cores. 4 cores minimum. And this thing, the Core i7 10850H, that's the laptop I'm looking for, that has 2.5 GHz base clock with 4.5 boost. So, and 6 cores, 12 threads, more than enough for me. And I'm pretty sure like with the 10th gen processors, that's what people are gonna go for. Like that's what it's not that expensive too in my option, like when I think so.
Like, what's the price? How much does it cost?
Core i7 I have absolutely no idea. It hasn't released. Like the Core i5 10th gen model is comparatively less costly than other laptops. It's 72,990 rupees. And I kind of feel that that's bang for the buck.
Yeah.
Like, but what processor you want, what the amount of RAM you want, it all varies according to like what stream you're going for, right? For example, you are going for computer science, so you need a lot of RAM and processing power, but not a necessary dedicated GPU, right?
Kind of. You don't need a lot of RAM actually. Like if you can complete the course with 8 gigs of RAM, if I'm right. But the thing is, you can't build Android apps or I think you can build iOS. I'm not sure with 8 gigs of RAM. Like Android Studio takes up a lot of your processing power as well as memory. So you need something that's at least 16 gigs so that it runs properly. Alongside with, like, see, if you have an 8 gigs of RAM PC, the thing is you can only open Android Studio and something else on the background. You can't have a lot of things on the background.
Okay.
So like, and it'll be slower.
Hmm.
But 16 gigs is like that sweet spot where it runs pretty fine and you can have other things in the background.
Yeah. So 16 gigs is kind of perfect for you, and for me 8 to 16 gigs is more than enough. Right? Yeah. And if you're like a student, like if you want to go for those budget options, all laptops nowadays that are like recent and pretty well valued ones have like minimum 8 gigs of RAM, and they have at least a small SSD. And SSD is a really big thing, at least nowadays. Yeah. 256 gig SSD or like 128 gig SSD is like recommended nowadays. Like booting Windows on that will give you like much faster boot up times, as well as like installing apps on an SSD will give you startup times and stuff like that. So I'm getting an SSD. And in case of like if you're going towards like the gaming side of stuff, you probably want like again 8 gigs of RAM minimum, 16 is recommended. And if you want to play AAA class titles, like a 4 gig RAM, like 4 gig graphics card is actually more than enough, to be frank. You can play Red Dead Redemption on an AMD Radeon RX 570.
RDR2.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And you get around, I think, 50 FPS on medium settings. So a 4 gig graphics card is actually more than enough. But if you want stuff like ray tracing and stuff, you're gonna have to spend more money and go for RTX. And if you're getting an RTX, like an RTX is like up to date, and it will probably keep you running for like the next 2 to 3 years, probably, or 5. Yeah, around 4 to 5 years, you'll get it. Like if you're like getting an RTX 2080 or something, 2060. Yeah, that's gonna be more than enough. Processor wise, Core i7 or i5, because you need more cores. 4 core minimum. Don't go anything with like dual core nowadays. Just don't. It's a bad decision.
If you're like, just light web browsing, you want to try out Excel sheets, PowerPoint, dual core is pretty fine for
Dual core
you.
is gonna be more than enough.
But anything more than that is
Yeah.
too much for the dual core processor.
I know that because I'm running a dual core.
Actually, I don't know how much cores my PC has.
I'm pretty sure it's dual core. Like,
It's really old, it's Pentium old.
it will be dual core. This is the second gen Core i3, and it has 2 cores. Yeah, but to be frank, unless you like give it a heavy load, this is actually more than enough. I can play light games and stuff. I've played Far Cry 3 on this. I've played what else?
Mafia.
I've played Mafia 2. I've played
Mafia 2?
Yeah, 2 or
Yeah,
Mafia 2. Mafia
yes,
2.
yes,
It's
yes.
Mafia 2. I've played
Call of Duty.
I've played all the Call of Duty titles except for Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. Modern Warfare I have. I can't run anything like Watch Dogs. No Watch Dogs, no, nothing of that sort. Actually, this is more than enough for me right now. And this is like, yeah, a 4-core CPU, 16 gigs of RAM, a 4 gig graphics card is gonna be like more than enough for like an average Joe. Like, exactly. But then there are those people who actually like go like specific needs, Core i9 9900K, you're getting 32 gigs of RAM, whatever, spending a lot of money. In that case, it's better you go for like top spec, right? By the way, Kiran actually has like a website for deals, like
Yeah,
laptop
yeah.
deals, and I'm gonna find that link.
I think it's called Bicep Deals.
Okay, like does it work?
It's there on my like phone actually.
You can link that in the.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, just do that. Yeah, and And what else?
Deal by subscriber.
Yeah, deal by subs. I think deal by subs. Yeah. What else? What else?
Yeah, you heard about the new Xiaomi
The notebook.
laptop? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a MacBook,
Okay.
but it's Xiaomi. And its retail was like 55K starting. I know.
Okay. Huh.
And I don't know about the specs. I just saw the ad. And usually Xiaomi is like good specs, low price because they have a different marketing strategy. But I don't know how they're gonna pull it off with a laptop because for the phones they have like their own app store, their own cloud service and all that. And they run ads in the UI. And I don't know what they're gonna do with the laptop. And I don't know. Like I don't know the specs as well. Like the advertisement showed Core i7 and like really fast, really good, all those kind of taglines.
Yeah.
And then the Core i7. They didn't even say which generation it was.
It's 10th apparently.
It's 10th.
Yeah, it's like over here it's like
Yeah, okay.
Core i5 MX250
512.
graphics. Yeah, 512 gig SSD.
SSD. DDR4. How much DDR4?
8 gigs I think. Yeah, 8 gigs DDR4.
If it's expandable, then that's actually a pretty good
It's
deal.
actually more than enough.
Like if it's expandable up to 16 or 24, like 32 or whatever.
4.2 gigs clock on Core i5. That's good.
That's actually really good.
Yeah. And as you said, there might be a Core i7 model. I can't just find it. Mi
Yeah, I
Notebook
just saw the
14.
ad.
Yeah, the Mi Notebook 14. I'll check it out.
I think that will sell a lot. Like,
Probably yes.
it'll sell a lot.
The i5 starts at 42,000 rupees.
42.
Yeah.
That'll sell a lot. So probably the i9 one starts, sorry, i7 one starts at 54.
Probably.
I saw the ad for the i7 one.
i7 one starts at 54, dude. That's a deal. You're getting like 6 core CPU for 50.
Okay, I just assumed it might i7 might, but because I just saw the ad saying that it starts at
Yeah,
54.
it probably might at Xiaomi. Can't trust those guys. They bring out like crazy phones with like very low
because
prices.
they go for the software as a service thing. That's their business model. They don't care about the profits they make in, you know, like hard copying devices. But I don't know how they're gonna do it with laptop. Like they might. I mean, is it allowed to have inbuilt software on Windows machines? Like I'm not
Like,
sure.
what do you mean by inbuilt software?
Like on Android, you have their own store. Xiaomi store, you have Xiaomi's like cloud service. Like the apps are just inbuilt over there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's allowed in Windows. I'm not sure.
You can get some apps into Windows. Like, for example, if it's like company specific, you can get a lot of apps. Like their own media player, something like that.
Oh.
So-
But I think they're going for that.
Yeah, they might do something like that.
So they might do something like that, and then they might have some kind of links to their store. And most of the people does that, like in the phone business. I don't think they do that in laptop. Not sure.
That's a deal. See, like, what do you get from this? Like, prices of like stuff you're reducing, you're getting better. Like,
I'm not
hardware.
saying that's a negative thing.
yeah,
I just think that's how they're going to, like, on the phone side, that's how they make money. I know that.
yeah.
So probably this is how they make money on the laptop, like, especially when things are really cheap. And in India too, like in India, laptops are like really overpriced because they're not made in India, so they're like taxed more. And if it's either made in India or Xiaomi is going for the software as service thing. Like that's my speculation.
You want to like expand on software as a service, like basic what it is?
It's basic. I think we did an entire
Yeah,
episode.
we did as a matter of fact.
Yeah, like we'll just give. Yeah, you just give. It's like software as services. You're exactly what the name says. It's like you provide services which are not actually physical products. For instance, cloud service, and this media player is actually a software as a service. Apps are kind of software as a service. So it kind of helps you in your daily activity, but it's not a physical thing. It's just running off the servers or something like that. No, not something exactly like that.
No, it's honestly like you're releasing price of laptops, it's becoming more accessible. Like essentially the company grows, right?
It's good for the consumer as well as the corporate.
Yeah. So in cases of like laptops, it's like anything that you want is like available in like a certain price range. You'll get it. If you want something, this video is like full of INRs, like no USD.
Yeah, I should convert 55 year like
Yeah,
K.
you should.
That's about okay. That's like $700. Kind of. Not actually 700, 750.
Yeah, that's even then it's accessible. Yeah.
It's 750,
Then there's
730.
like another
700
problem.
to 750.
There's like another problem with the Indian laptop market.
Security.
No, a lot of laptops are not available.
In India.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big issue. I think it's because of this discouraging thing, like I told, right, the tax made in India, because it's not made in India. So I think it's because of that, like the manufacturers are like, okay, it's like their markets like kind of, see if they want India, like, you know, if they want like the Indian market, they should either do something like Xiaomi does, or they should just start their manufacturing in India. That's like more expenses at first, and then I don't think companies like Razer loses money, you know that, but MSI makes money, but I think it's like too much money for them at this point to invest in India, like to build their products from India and stuff, like, so they're just like, okay, we'll do that in the future when we grow, so they're like, we'll do that somehow, like tie up with some other manufacturer or something. But the thing is, like, I don't think anyone makes laptops in India other than iBall. I'm not sure, I could be wrong. And iBall laptops are like really cheap, but they don't make like really good in the sense powerful laptops. Their machines are like 4 gigs of RAM and Intel Celeron or Pentium, like, you know, the basic machines, like the Chromebook level spec running Windows 10. It's kind of like that, and they are really cheap actually. Then Micromax, I had laptop division. I don't know whether that still exists now, but those laptops were also made in India, I think, because their laptops were also pretty cheap.
Okay.
I think they even had i3 on some other machines, Micromax, I'm not sure of that.
Yeah, so it's kind of that, right?
Yeah, I think that's why everything is over. Yeah, not I think, like, that's why everything is overpriced in India.
That's like the same problem with the mobile phone industry too, right?
But the thing is, mobile phone industry, like, the top guy is Samsung. Samsung has a lot of money, so they invest. Like, they built the biggest mobile phone manufacturing unit in the world in India. And Xiaomi has always, has been investing in India from like 2015 and stuff. So they got factories like way before too.
Yeah.
Then Oppo and Vivo are owned by one single entity, BKK Electronics. I think electronics is not there, but BKK. So okay, it's BKK. Can you just Google that? Is it BKK Electronics or BKK Products or something like that? It's BKK. I'm sure about that.
So just itself for like.
BKK Electronics. It is BKK Electronics.
BBK.
Sorry, BBK. Sorry, BKK. BBK. Yeah, BBK Electronics. So they're actually pretty big, and they manufacture. Like, so they have manufacturing plants of Oppo and Vivo in India as well. And to an extent, I think that's why OnePlus is also pretty cheap in India. But because OnePlus, if I'm right, Oppo owns a majority stake in OnePlus, so I think they can help in manufacturing as well. So you got all these major players in the Indian market right now. Like I just said, and Apple's, to be frank, Apple's not a major player in the Indian market. They own like 2% of the market share. But even Apple has invested in a factory in India because they know this is a potential market. Like India's a potential market. So like you've got like major companies in India investing in India, and more or less they kind of rule the market. Like everyone you see has an Oppo phone. Like okay, Realme is a subset of Oppo, and Poco is a subset of Xiaomi. Yeah. So these are like their own brands. Okay. They might sound different, but from the same company. So you've got literally, dude. I just mentioned a couple of companies. Do you know any single person in 2020 who is buying a phone fresh? And it's not from any of this company I mentioned.
Honestly, there will be at least one way.
Yeah, there will be some guy who buys a Razer phone. or that Asus also has a gaming phone, right? They had one from ROG phone.
Yeah, ROG phone.
ROG phone. Like there'll be some people like that, like, you know.
Yeah, Xiaomi has a gaming phone too, Black
Yeah,
Shark.
Black Shark.
Yeah.
Is that available now?
I don't
Is
think
that-
so.
Yeah, I think it's available now because I think I saw advertisement for Black Shark, and it was like one really long time ago.
No,
That's
Black
available.
Shark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it says
it's
available. How much does it cost?
25,000 rupees.
Okay,
6 gigs of RAM.
that's actually no, that's not good. My phone's got 6 gigs of RAM, but again, that's like specifically for gaming.
Yeah.
My phone is like all purposes.
Yeah, but then still.
Yeah, my point is like everyone buys from these brands and they have kind of ruled the market.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they all have factories in India. That's why their phones are pretty cheap.
Okay, so I'm not
I
sure.
told iPhone because iPhone manufactures 10R in India and 6 SC.
Yeah,
6 also.
SC.
I think they stopped production for 6 now.
Okay.
So like SC and 10R, and those phones are like cheap. Like only those phones are like really cheap. Everything else is not like made in India, so they're like taxed more.
Yeah, dude. I'm not sure that you've noticed this, but like Asus lineup, like VivoBook, they have like laptops available for like 20,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees. So how do you?
But the thing is, see, 25,000 rupees. That's like $400. No, not okay. Now not $400, but $350.
Yeah.
Kind of $350. And see, the thing is, you will get better machine for $350 on Amazon.com. Okay, those
But
like
in
see,
India.
so that's why they're imported. That's why you'll get better machines for that much price. The thing is, for that kind of laptop, I'm assuming. Okay, I don't know what the specs are. It probably has 4 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
It probably runs on Celeron. And it runs on Windows 10.
You can actually check it.
Like for $350 you'll get better Chromebooks on Amazon.com if I'm right. Did you just check on that? Like I'm just assuming.
VivoBook 15 core i3 7 gen. 4 gigs.
7 gen.
Yeah, 7 gen.
Say like 7 gen processors are really cheap. 9 gen, once 10 gen comes out, 9 gen becomes you know that, right?
Oh, okay.
8 gen becomes
Okay,
cheap.
yeah.
So 7
Yes,
gen
yeah.
is like really cheap. Then what does it have? And probably it will have DDR3 RAM.
1 terabyte HDD.
HDD.
No SSD.
No SSD, DDR3 RAM. That's not a good machine unless you're just gonna browse. And I don't think, like people will buy it for just browsing Excel sheet, that kind of stuff. But you can.
It's DDR4.
Huh?
It's
DDR4?
Yeah.
Oh.
4 gigs DDR4.
Okay, that's actually pretty respectable.
Yeah.
But still, it is not a big point to, prove me wrong.
Yeah. This is true.
Like, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so like DDR4 is actually pretty good. I didn't expect that. And
Yeah.
yeah, so you can actually buy a Chromebook, and most people in India are like, in India schools use Windows. Like the state schools in Kerala use Linux, and like kudos to them for that. Like, and but now school we use Windows.
Yeah, we do.
And so from a young age itself, you are actually trained on how to use Windows, how to use like all that kind of stuff. So when you get a job, you're gonna buy a Windows machine. Probably, like especially when it's not a tech related job. Like if it's like cyber security tech related job, obviously you're gonna go for the Linux.
Yes.
You got that is literally that definite. Yeah, I think we should make an episode on Linux. yeah. Okay, and like I thought we should make an episode on Amazon as well, like the stock market episode. Okay. So we got 2 episodes. Yeah. Okay. So you have this Chromebook. That's like I don't think there are a lot of Chromebooks in India. Might be because of this specific reason. Like the Indian market, like a lot of people love Windows, so they just buy Windows. See, you got a Chromebook. Okay, this is made up situation, like assumption.
Yeah.
So you got this Windows machine that like runs similar spec to this Asus machine, retailing for like 28K, probably like same price.
Yeah.
And then you got like a really similar spec machine that runs Chromebook but for 23K. People are gonna spend that extra $5,000 because that's the machine they're comfortable with. Like they've been trained to use on.
Yes.
So and they know how to use the Excel. Like, Excel and all the same, but the thing is they know how to where to click and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have to go through the 3 hours and to be frank, you're just paying that 5 grand extra for that 3 hours of figuring out on how to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, right.
it's just convenience actually.
Yeah.
So people are gonna buy that, and that's why I think there's not a lot of Chromebooks in India. There were a lot of not a lot. There were some Chromebooks in India, but I don't think they sold any. So not any. I mean, that's like a very big statement. They didn't sell well because of the reasons I mentioned before.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Like that's why you've got machines like this in India, and then you got better machines for the same price, like which probably runs Chrome OS in other markets like Amazon.com and American markets. And like there might be even better Windows machines with the same price range that is available in the American markets, especially from Asus itself. Just check for the same laptop's price in the United States. Pretty sure it's like okay, this is like a pause.
Yeah.
It might not be available in the United States because I'm just assuming stuff. Just type Amazon.com. That'll just.
$390.
How much?
$390. It has a 128 gig SSD. Okay.
Yeah, so you got actually a better machine over there, and it has 8 gigs of RAM. You're looking at a different laptop, dude.
Yeah.
And that's like priced at $400. But see, like, okay, just to keep that. This kind of proves my point. That's what. It's like, see, you've got an 8 gigs of RAM, and is that DDR4 RAM?
Probably, yeah.
If it's DDR4, then okay. Okay, I'm assuming it's DDR3. Like, okay, let benefit of the doubt. Probably it'll DDR4.
It's DDR4.
It's DDR4, so that assumption's gone. So you got this Asus VivoBook 15 inch or 15. That's like DDR4, 8 gigs of RAM, i3,
128 gig SSD.
128 gigs SSD retailing for $390, 30,000 INR. And you've got a 27k INR, like really $50 different.
Yeah.
And you're getting a like really weaker machine.
True.
So that's the kind of problem. And Xiaomi, like if Xiaomi steps up, like when that product comes out, probably like next month or something, or like late June. I'm not sure when the release date is. So that like people are gonna buy that. So a lot of people are gonna buy that, and a lot of Chinese manufacturers or like maybe other manufacturers as well are gonna see that potential. Okay, if we do the same stuff, you can capture the Indian market. And Indian market is like really huge because there are a lot of people in India. So they might do that. Like other companies might do that. So it'll be good for the consumer. It'll be like mobile phones. Like like everything is really cheap and you get better machines. Good for both the parties. I think that's the way headed.
Okay. Yeah. So
Like,
I don't know.
Is that it? Like
I don't know, honestly.
like is that it? Like
Yeah, that's it, right?
okay, so thank you guys for watching, listening.
Listening.
Like check out our other episodes as well.
Yeah. And we're available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, TuneIn, Stitcher. Yeah. Breaker. Yeah.
And like follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the handle at WeMakeSounds34.
Yeah.
So have a good day.
Peace.
So like we'll end the recording.
I think he started. You've seen that, right? The
How long is it? 30 minutes.